I'm going to set that up here too so I can watch. I'm ready when you are.
Which something would tell me. Okay, so it is. Okay, cool. It's recording. Hello, world. Welcome back to the Bazgoth, the Crimson Blade. See if I shrunk my window enough to fit into the actual display, because last time I noticed that I couldn't see anybody in the bottom part of the map. But anyway, welcome back. We are continuing after... Uh-oh, did we lose Tarnik?
Still here, I clicked the wrong button.
Oh. I was like, no, he disappeared. After the team has finally destroyed the Wraith Lord and stepped out of the Ruins of the Dead. So we are going to pick up where we left off after they had finished burying Silent. Let me open up my notes. Do a little bit of recap. All right. So from last, after y'all left the Ruins of the Dead behind and the cursed mist that didn't follow and only clings to the ruins of Garkon's broken halls, fading into a pale memory. But the weight followed you, at least those who eventually buried Silent, because Silent is gone, taken, according to Grom, to hell in his place, because he saw it. A child who had no reason to be there, no weapon in hand, just courage, and a soul now sacrificed. However, we also have Syrinx, who disappeared into the fog during y'all's descent into the catacombs, somewhere around there. The absence of Syrinx hangs strangely heavier in the quiet, like some ghost missing. And then, unless you were going to do, as a group, anything else before starting the long journey back, did y'all have anything that you wanted to do here specifically? If not, I will continue and describe the journey back.
I was very much focused on getting back to town.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm good. Unless Keb's got something.
Alrighty. Well,
not really. No.
Y'all stay the night, rest. Grom tosses and turns. Everybody, every now and then, catches him. Gromthar, of course, remaining a little bit quiet. His ordeal was interesting because he had found a friend that he had been searching for 5 years, I do believe. But you eventually wake up in the mornings and start taking the long path back, skirting the edge of the gray thicket, careful not to stray too close. It's skeletal trees that you remember had attacked once before when Silent was with y'all. It seems like the claws reach out, almost toward the sky, whispering secrets currently that you don't really care to know. And finally you pass the town of Iminak. It's the first sign of normalcy, I suppose, that you have not seen in a while since finally taking on this adventure going into the Ruins of the Dead. The carts, torches, and people. Finally a familiar sight that you haven't really known that you missed. But none of you really stop to speak to anyone. People seem to give you space. Maybe to see what you carry on your faces. A little bit changed for some, maybe not all. And then further south, as the days carry on your travel, the road finally curls and passes through the village of Kadh'Vrbuz, where Grom once clashed with an old orc. And you see Grom just glance in that direction as you pass. He doesn't say a word. His eyes seem bloodshot and sunken. They offer no hint of whether he remembers or if he's trying not to. And of course, Bordak, you keep to the front. And I suppose you would be maybe watching the horizon. With Cub trailing, of course, as usual. And then Tarnik remaining, in a sense, his cold self. Speaks when needs to be things need to be spoken, and then finally you hit the road, and you remember it from weeks ago. Still feels safe, but yet heavier. It's not really from danger, but for some of y'all, maybe grief. And eventually, finally, a few days later, you see the spires of Kadh'Vrbuz rise against the southern sky as the land around you shifts. And then you see the stone structures pushing away the wilderness and the fortress ahead that you remember you had stayed in once. And eventually you start to smell the forges, to hear the clang of hammers, and the wide city spread before you, with shouting orcs and possibly hobgoblins, goblins, and other races still lingering within the multitudes of orcs. But you do feel a little bit changed with this finishing of the adventure that you were on. You crossed the threshold of the gates, and seems the silence hangs on your backs. And the guards actually just nod at you without question. Perhaps they've already heard of stories, who knows. But all you know is that there is one less soul with you. Two missing, but somehow all of you altered. And upon arriving in the city, you do feel that there is a sense of lingering energy, something about it. Some force seems to just grab a hold of you. You see the orcs moving about a little bit faster. Some of them whispering in ears. Some of them talking. Some of them saying words of a convoy that's in the kingdom currently, in the fortress. And you indeed see other carts and wagons and stuff. Some of them are pretty fancy. And not really sure what is going on, but it is morning time and the city is alive somehow. And upon arriving, we're going to go ahead and switch this map. Let's go ahead and paint right there. The familiar city of Kadh'Vrbuz back again. But if y'all do travel inside, you see that there is much more city outside of the walls, of course. This is just the center of Kadh'Vrbuz. And as y'all were going past the threshold, you would have seen that currently the great market is also filled with what seems to be new people. Though Grom is not here, you would also see that there is quite a few minotaurs walking about the area. Not only that, but you see goblins, hobgoblins, and every now and then a glimpse of a drow or two walking about the city. Something different indeed is happening right now. And before we go into the time skip, what would everybody do upon arriving into the city? Let's see, I need to grab everybody's tokens. Let's go ahead and go back over here and grab y'all's tokens.
I would guess that we'd head towards
I was
our
muted.
little place, and freshen up after the journey. That would be Tarnik's first thought.
Whoa. Okay. You're giants among the city. Excellent. All right, let me shrink this real quick. I can't shrink it. It's all right. We'll do this. We got him. We got you. Make sure I got everybody in here. There we go. Mr. Grom. Mr. Cub. Cub has definitely changed for sure. He looks different. And then Bordak.
Oh.
A whole new picture even. Alright, there we go. We'll just put that there. So we signify where you are. Okay. So you'll start heading, following the paths, straight into the center of the city, toward the fortress. And as you get nearer and nearer, you find that there is a large amount of groups for sure. Mini minotaurs around here. Something very unfamiliar, because y'all are not used to seeing this mini minotaurs about the place, and also hobgoblins, maybe some bugbears here and there. Plenty of goblins as well. And you see envoys too, with the signs of the great capital from the Eastern Kingdom as well. Possibly maybe other ones from the surrounding areas, not in the valley, but other kingdoms within this particular region. And eventually making it to the walls. No one bothers you. Some of the guards look over at you, some with familiarity, and eventually making it into the court. You see various wagons and carts signifying the different symbols of the different orc kingdoms within this region, and then other ones that signify things that you've never seen before, possibly from maybe other goblins far away, possibly even other continents. But for sure, some minotaurs guarding wagons, others even possibly a large giant that's waiting outside. Seems to be more of a cloud giant than anything else, wearing its jewelry, looking pretty fancy. Doesn't seem very interested, maybe trying to clean a finger with his thumb. But he's standing outside. That's very different, because usually there's been wars with the cloud giants, but this cloud giant doesn't seem, his banner doesn't seem to be part of the ones that most of the orcs have been warring with in the east or west. Let's see here. And eventually arriving, you enter the hall, trying to head back into y'all's room. As you enter the hall, you will find some of the guards that still are familiar to you on their look at you and says, "Oh, I remember. Chosen of Gonash, yes." And he smiles. "You've been gone for a long time."
We've been busy.
And she just nods, and he says, "Room still there. We're waiting for word, I guess. Don't know much. Usually I don't pay attention, just guard. But I think... can't remember the king's name from Goblin World. He said you would return, and you would be successful. So no one touched the room." And he says, "Sorry for all the commotion. We have many visitors today."
I see that.
And he'll just turn and he starts leading you to the room. And eventually, y'all arrive at the room. The familiar room that y'all are used to. Who all is in there right now?
Oof.
Well, he's not there.
No. We'll send Shiv to the stables.
Oh, okay.
I see Silent everywhere we go.
Silent. The ghost of Silent's memory follows you.
Yeah.
And then Gromthar will probably follow, not really used to all this. But apparently...
Has he been in this room before?
No, yeah, he didn't meet you until the, what do you call it? Until y'all were in the ruins of the dead. Oh, he doesn't want to, apparently he doesn't want to jump in. There we go.
It's bed.
There we go. He doesn't want to come inside. He doesn't like the inside.
I'll point at Silent's bed and I'll be like, take that bed.
Not sure if Silent did have a bed, but it would be over here.
Well, she did. She just, yeah.
So,
She had a bed that was easily where she could sneak into the other room and hide.
Yeah. Grumthar just walks in there and is like, very efficient. Good. For orc sleeping, I suppose. He just like looks around and Grom will, I guess, go to his bed right now and just like lay down and starts putting whatever stuff up that he had from the journey. And Crag is just staring about and I guess you followed Grom, I guess, into the room.
I thought we lost Crag in the
bear died.
Oh yeah, that did.
We
That's
did.
right.
The bear died.
What am I talking about? See, the ghost of Crag is still there. I forgot about that. Yeah, he did die.
They're saying, yeah. Then I would probably get cleaned up, and then I will be ready to go make my report to the king.
Oh, all right. Oh, my phone buzzing over here. All right, so you're getting cleaned up, getting ready to go report to the king, and well, Grom and Grumthar will definitely rest, and I guess Tarnik will also take a seat on his bed and take a rest, and then okay, and then let me open up all my notes over here. There we go. Perfect.
Is that a hot tub in the toilet room?
I would say, yeah. That thing
well,
right there.
Tarnik's going to go soak.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarnik's going to go jump and soak in the hot tub.
Yeah, because it's that big round one, and then
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Tarnik is going to soak in the hot tub. Cool. I think Cub's taking a rest too, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Wait, where are we at?
Equals right there. Over my character.
I guess I'll probably be over here first. And I'll just start working on my potions as usual.
Okay. And Gromthar would just be sleeping on the floor somewhere, like.
Well, there is that extra bed next to Tarnik up in the corner.
Oh, okay. He'll go over there, I guess. He doesn't really care, barbarians, but he'll go there. Boom.
Yeah.
So that's Tarnik with the chest, and then that bed was empty next to him. Shiv used it to disembowel something, but yeah, the bed itself's all right.
I'm pretty sure
good old
they
Chia.
cleaned it since then.
Yeah.
Maybe Tifa will
hope
go
so.
over here by this bed and curl around it and take a nap itself while Cub is working. All right. Well, in that case then, Bordek, you finish up cleaning up, I guess, while Tarnik is soaking in the bathtub, and I guess you're going to start heading toward the king, taking the hallways that you remember. And as you are arriving, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I've got to do something really quick.
No, you're good. Okay. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Just. Do.
Right.
All right, Bordak. As you move through the halls and finally start moving into the throne room of the king, you see him sitting at his chair, but there are guards everywhere, and different guards, different kinds of armor. You see more of hobgoblins, even maybe one drow. You see different goblins of different clans, and you also see the different orcs, maybe envoys from different cities of orcs in this region, as you have seen them outside. And of course, minotaurs are here as well. And we're gonna go ahead and switch you over here. I'm not gonna place all those single people in there, but just imagine that all these people you see are pretty much just different races of sorts. And you would see them talking and gathered together. You also see the Goblin King. You see Grishna. You see we'll just say that these are all different members of different clans and such. It's pretty full in this room as you enter, and groups of people talking everywhere, more than you see here in this map. And possibly one shrunken giant, cloud giant. And as you enter, nobody gives notice to you, but there is a lot of conversation happening, and the room feels a bit tense as you enter as well. And you see that there is where is it? Well, I'm not gonna go look for her, but you see Ulgurmara as well in here, and you see a couple of people from the Wizards Conclave. And they seem to be in deep discussion, and Algalmara is like, we cannot fall behind. Now that they have this power, imagine what they can do should they ever decide to go against the full might of all kingdoms. We would be easily vanquished. One hit, and Kadh'Vrbuz would be disintegrated into nothing. Are we going to let them do this to us? Shall we stand by while humans advance further into the power of spellcraft? I have heard from Sir Quistis master of the conclave, that she is willing to go against the queen, even if it means war, because she believes. And she says, as she turns to everybody, this is too much power. And you see like the king just sitting there, and you see others talking while she's trying to push these words onto everybody. And then you see the Goblin King's like, oh yeah, what the fuck you gonna do though? You think you're gonna go over there and like just start war with fucking the second strongest kingdom in the human union? I mean, we're trying to fucking make peace over here, and you're talking about fucking war for something that hasn't even happened yet. I mean, come on, don't be so stupid now, Olgamara. Olgamara just turns angrily. I'm just joking, you're not stupid, okay? And then he winks over at Grishna, the shaman that's standing next to him. And then, Bordak, what are you doing at this time?
I'm gonna just mostly listen. And find out who all is in this room, like how many people, all that, the standard warrior thing. And I'm gonna start walking up to right about there, I guess. I'm not gonna say the thing. I'm just gonna walk up and stand there, listening to this conversation. But I do make myself known.
Okay, cool. Trying to find one thing here.
Huh.
Well, that's rather interesting right there.
I had to change it, but that's okay.
Indeed. Alright, so Uglamara keeps talking. Angrily now looks at the Goblin King and says to the king, you have representatives that can go and talk and speak to the Unifier. I would suggest you send them. Tell them that Kadh'Vrbuz is willing to join with the Wizard's Conclave. And then the king stands up and says, we are not part of the Wizard's Conclave. And they have never aided us in our journeys to war and set laws and justice upon our lands. Why should we join? And Olgamara just stands there blinking. She says, because the orcs will be left behind. I only suggest we join the Wizard's Conclave in this mission in order to understand the way this spell works.
We are warriors, not magicians.
Everybody hushes and turns over to you. More eyes on you, and then the king just suddenly realizes that you're there. Looks confused at first, and then the goblin is like, oh, well, look, what the fuck? Where'd you fucking come from? What are you, a fucking ghost or something? How you fucking been? Bordak?
Taking care of a problem in the ruins.
Oh yeah, yes, that's fucking right. So fucking sent you over there with a little bit of fucking help from us, right? Yeah, Cyrix, Cyrix was supposed to help you out too, huh? So I guess you all were pretty fucking successful, huh? Look at that, king, successful, right there. Gonach is chosen. The king looks over and is steps down. I've heard rumor that you did cleanse. It travels fast. Villages no longer are hunted by the dead. Is this true, Bordak?
kind of pounds his, hits his chest and bows. Yes, my king. The mission was successful.
And he nods. Wow. Most excellent. The chosen of Gonash have succeeded in a great task no others could have. And everybody, well, at least orcs, all look and they start like pumping their, like just punching their chest, like, and then start calling out your name. And the name of Bordak just bounces off the walls as everybody's like, Bordak, Bordak. And then you see a convoy. Well, it's a group of people, all these minotaurs, a group of them. A female walks up and she says, not to disrupt your celebration of whoever this person is, but we did travel a long way in order to offer our alliance should you go and begin the war against Princistria and Queen Serial. And the king looks over. You are being hasty. I did not say we were going to war. Our people have already seen war for many generations. Kadh'Vrbuz is about discipline. The Unifier is not ready for war against the continents of the elves and humans. And then the female Minotaur says, I did not say against elves or others. I said Princistria. We already have connections. The Unifier, you, have trades with the Askira Empire. And Algomara walks off, or not walks off, but walks forward, and she says, yes, you have connections, my king. And all the other people standing around, they move forward. You see one of the drows. He says, I think this would be a perfect time in order to give reason for union, king of Kadh'Vrbuz. He says, we've been long separated, hiding in the dark. But we are willing to, as the Spider Queen suggests, create more alliances for now with your kin. Who knows? There might be some chaos involved. But chaos always breeds new opportunities, does it not? You see the king just kind of look at the drow a little bit, not too impressed at the words of chaos as well. It says, we've been talking much today. I need time to think. I will send message to the Unifier. We've only recently been able to teleport again. Things have changed much. And Algamara, I am willing to talk to Sir Quistis. I can bring her back here. Perhaps she can explain better why this is important. This would bring us, if we aid the Wizard's Conclave, into a new light of sorts. The orcs would be recognized as bringing and corralling a queen who thinks that she's above all, and the rest of the world will see us as allies to them, as we would curb something that is dangerous. We are in a new age, my king, and the orcs cannot fall behind. Whatever this queen has created that can destroy cities, it is very powerful. And
Fall behind.
No. And she looks at you angrily and says, "Speak, those that interrupt."
We cannot fall behind, I agree. However, we cannot lose who we truly are.
And what is that?
We are orcs. We are warriors.
She looks over at the king. You represent change. You represent, along with the unifier, a path forward into the future, yes? And then we are still considered to be just nothing but warriors. If we remain just warriors, we will be left behind. This is a new age. And she looks back at Bordak. A new age with their arcane powers. Cities who are able to control these great spells. For there is no doubt, now that the meeting has taken place, words and rumors are already spreading. Even in the hushed council, while the humans met, word of Queen Serial's spell is getting out. The race for the arcane power is begun, and if we do not follow it, then we will remain as warriors that are meaningless to the rest of the world and only destroying each other. If that is what you wish, then so be it. But, my king, she looks at the king, if you wish for something else, let me know. I will be waiting. And she starts walking away.
She is weak. She relies too much on magic.
You see the king just put his hand... He sits and then puts his hand on his forehead. There's certain truth. Bordak. Still, you returned. What news do you have?
Mist is gone. We are ready for our next mission.
And the king looks over at the orc, or at the goblin king, and he says, nods. I think I know what the next mission is. Though, we need time. Rest, Bordak.
Yes.
You and your team. Rest. Whatever you may need, we can provide. We will reward you handsomely.
Thank you, my king. If I may say, we should still remain warriors. However, it would not hurt to learn a little bit of magic too. We should find a balance between both.
And you see the Minotaur female, like, snort a little bit, and she's like, yes, exactly. A hybrid. That is what my Minotaur clan has done. And she says, we have put other clans to their knees because we have mixed magic and warriors together. And we are willing to make an alliance now, king of the orcs in Kadh'Vrbuz. And she says, I am willing to tell my clans, all the ones that bow the knee to me now, to join you. And she says, if you wish to speak with me, remember, My name is Draza, and I will be waiting. And then she stops walking, and then you see about 10 of the Minotaurs walk following her.
King, during the battle, I saw our spellcatchers fall pretty quickly. Using the magic, or the enemy using magic against us, even I fell once or twice. There has to be a better way.
The king looks over and is like, this is something for the kingdoms. I shall hold a council of all kingdoms and invite the unifier. We shall know what happens, but we will not be hasty to begin a war with the humans if we want to see this other threat downed. Now, go and rest. And I shall send rewards. Perhaps tonight we can dine, and we can speak with everyone of your group, now that you have all returned. And the goblin
Yes,
says,
my king.
oh yeah, that fucking sounds good. You know, I'm always good for fucking eating and shit. Oh yeah, fucking tell your group I'll go fucking talk to them too, huh? Don't you be fucking lingering around here, not getting some rest, because we got some ideas. Oh yeah, ideas. I'll tell you everything that's been happening, alright? Good work. He just kind of taps you on the chin.
Thank you, my friend. And he kind of bows to the both of them and turns and walks back to the rest of his group.
All right. So you walk past all these people and push along your way through the halls. There's a large crowd. Minotaurs walking past you two now, following the other envoy. And eventually you make it back into the room where everybody is currently resting. I figured Tarnik would be done with his bath by this time, so I put you by the door here. Grumthar sleeping. Grom probably...
Since I have no control over me.
You don't have no control? Let me see. Well, no wonder.
Move me.
Bordak, where are you?
That's why he stood right there in the center.
There you go. How about now?
I'm by the door. Let's see. I got it. Thanks.
Well, I guess Grumthar, Tonic,
I will.
Grom are asleep with Cub making potions or working on potions.
Yep.
Suppose they are.
Let's see
Hey
here.
guys, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Back. I go lay down and sharpen my axe and think about the events.
All right.
Gotta keep the axes in pristine condition so I can cut somebody's head off.
Well then, Cub, go ahead and roll me a d6.
Just saying.
A what?
A d6. Oh, Unifier's name. Sorry. I just saw that. 3.
Three.
Okay, cool.
What did that do?
So King, I'll tell you
Yeah,
here in a little
I
bit.
don't remember whether you said.
King Otubag.
I don't. Yeah.
King Otubag, the unifier. He's the one of the main, the main capital city.
Yep.
I can put that in the right there. So yeah. All right, so 3 potions you make, Cub. Within 3 days, you were making just the regular ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So then in that case, 3 days will pass. Everybody would get their rest as we are jumping a little bit in time. But I'm going to go by 3 days just so I can explain what's happening. You would all have been invited later that evening to the grand celebration. Also, because you have returned, word would have spread already somehow. Because the villages weren't hunted anymore by undead. And reports had spread already. And word travels pretty quickly into the villages and through the farms and the surrounding lands. And eventually, that success was pretty profound because they had been hunted for quite some time. And this is the celebration for you tonight. You see various people, including some of the newcomers that are here, some of the drow, some other goblins that the Goblin King is talking to from maybe different lands. You see even hobgoblins, as I said, and possibly bugbears, various other beasts. Weirdly enough, because Kadh'Vrbuz is in the central valley here in the south, is probably the larger of the continent area. And the king is there with Grishna and most other representatives. Ulgumara is standing with her wizard's conclave. And it is a celebration, though. And what you would find out in the 3 days, even past that night, unless y'all do something, if y'all want to converse or such, but for the most part, you would find out that you are indeed going to get rewarded. And somewhere in that time, if you did want a staff, you would be rewarded by Grishna, the staff of defense, for Cub.
Okay.
And then everybody else would receive 5,000 gold.
Total.
Hell yeah.
No, 5,000 each. And the king would say, this is enough to start a kingdom, but your journeys are not done yet. This is the goal that our kingdom has provided, and we have gained as we progress further into the future. But, Bordak, you must go into the human and elven lands in order to stop this necromancer. And that's what he would say. And he would make a speech and pronounce you all the true chosen of Gonash. And then everybody would cheer. And later that night, you would find out that there is indeed new news from around the world. Once the spell engine was taken down and you had returned, somehow it was supposed to be secret. But you're not sure how word got out. That word spread quickly in the human unions. Even Polaria may start having tinged relationships with Brinsistria in the human lands. And even the Eskira Empire might also have heard about this now. A new race has started for spell supremacy, as apparently considered one of the most noble queens, Queen Serial of Brinsistria in the human lands, North Angoria, has created a most powerful spell that can wipe out cities in a 6-mile diameter, disintegrating anything in its wake. And she did this in secret, which the Conclave is very opposed to. And there is a fracture possibly between what is going on in the human cities currently. And there are even elves who are possibly even considering joining with the ones who are against this spell. Maybe joining the Wizards Conclave. But the master of the Wizards Conclave, Sir Quistis, is pushing to have Queen Serial give them all the information on how she was able to create this spell. But the Queen says she would not be pushed. Though, if this starts a race, that means that all major cities will possibly have this power, this arcane power, to be able to defend themselves against each other should one Serial try to eventually go to war with any one of them. Though it is not likely, since she is very noble. But to orcs, what does that even mean? In this world, far away from all those politics of the outside world, which the Unifier has been trying to connect with more in order to bring the orcs into the future. But that is pretty much the major news. But because of this, Kadh'Vrbuz being the largest valley in the south, most of the people have come here in order to talk and figure out what is going to happen before going to the great capital city of the orcs, where the Unifier is. And nobody has really come up to a decision, because this is too much strain. And while everybody's still already trying to figure out what to do with the orcs of the north, and the different clans that are still running around in the south. And then, of course, the threat of this necromancer, or lich, the one called the Nom, or the Withering One. There's a lot of stress on the king currently, which everybody could see that night. And then there is, of course, people vying to make an alliance. But who knows what their motives really are. And eventually, the people all gather as well. And Bordak, you would recognize most of them since they were in the chamber when you arrived. And especially the great envoy of Minotaurs, seconded only by some of the goblins. And they arrive in order to do celebrations. One of them, a female, having a very stern look toward one of your members, Grom. She picks him out very quickly and glares toward him. And then she turns back and starts walking into the crowd and pretty much just disappears into the shadows with her other guards. But the celebration goes on, and eventually, almost onto the morning, lots of drunk orcs, other races, but eventually you all return to y'all's rooms. And then 2 more days pass, you receive your 5,000 gold as another chest is left in the room. And then, of course, Cub, you receive your Staff of Defense. And now, before we do any more jumps, the floor is open for everybody again.
When you say jump, how big of a, so how much time has elapsed since we've returned?
So since y'all, it was a week and a half to get back over here, and now with
3 days.
And now with Cub's roll, another 3 days added to that. So we could say almost about 2 weeks.
Okay, gotcha. Has Grom, were you able to read my notes?
Yeah.
I sent them kind of late. I don't know if you had any time.
Yeah.
Would Grom have had any time to make any progress on any of those things?
I mean, he was traveling. Let me see. Let me jump back in there. I know he was going to be kind of distracted. He's been, because y'all just been in the city for 3 days right now.
Oh, it's only 3 days. Okay, then he
Yeah.
probably hasn't made much progress.
Yeah,
Okay, very
yeah.
good.
Y'all just arrived 3 days ago, and that's when Bordak was talking in the. He walked into the king's throne room, and then y'all had the celebration, and champions of or chosen of Gonash, and 3 days was what Cub pretty much just rolled to make 3 potions, and yeah, that's where we are now, and that information you have found out during that celebration and that night, which now brings us to the morning. So I guess 4 days. 4 days have passed now. So that means, yeah, it would be completely 2 weeks. But it did take you a week and a half to get here.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Very good. So now
So-
Grom was going to do his like grieving thing. Would it be fair to say that he's started that yet, or not really?
If he wanted to do it when he immediately arrived, he could, unless he wants to start that today.
He might.
After drinking last night.
Well, yeah. Well, I was gonna say like when he got home, he might have gone and started it, but after drinking tonight, because he would have gone to that event. So then today he's probably going to head back up to the hills and continue his. He's gonna gather all of the implements he can get his hands on and head up into the hills and finish out his grieving process for about another 48 hours, I think. So he's probably not going to talk to very many people, and he's just going to go do that, honestly.
Okay.
As described in the the like the 30-day jump thing I wrote out.
Okay. And then he can also roll a perception, just if he wishes to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because he has to actually, weirdly enough, he still has to go out through the main yard.
Yeah, for sure. Were those Minotaurs at the party he was at?
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled.
Yes, and one of them stared you down.
Yeah,
Bordak was gonna ask about the stare down she gave you.
Well, that's a whole thing. Would Grom have recognized her? I guess is kind of a big question. He might have been kind of distracted, but I feel like he'd recognize someone who he knew.
I would have told you all about her.
If
I don't know if that would help.
she would have like so you rolled what was it?
Oh, on my perception of 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Bordak, I guess if you would have asked about the stare down, it would have depended if he would have seen it that night. Maybe he didn't. But in the morning when you are walking out, you probably would see some of the Minotaurs. You're not sure how, but they would have faint tattoos that are familiar to you as some of the black horns.
Okay.
So since we kind of fast forwarded through the party, I feel like it would probably mesh well, and this would not be out of character for Grom. He probably would take note of that, and we'll say he didn't approach them or anything, and he just kind of like acted like he didn't notice them with the intent to like check it out later, because he honestly has a lot on his mind right now, honestly.
Yeah. And like I said, there are only a few here that have that insignia, not many. That night you probably maybe would have noticed the Minotaurs, but maybe you would not have noticed her. And it's because she was staring you down, and then she vanished into the shadows to go off in a corner somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay. But Grom was in the limelight, like drinking and
Yeah.
partying.
Yeah.
Then Grom would have probably been very distracted, honestly, by whatever pretty creatures were set around him, and flirting and recanting tales of their adventures. Though I will say his compatriots who were there, were we all there? I assume like Tarnik was there too.
Yeah, because he
We're all
would have been an
been
invitation by the king.
Yeah.
I feel like Grom's compatriots would have probably seen, knowing Grom the way they do, they probably would have seen that Grom was putting on a bit of a false front of like cheeriness.
Yep.
He was kind of putting on a bit of a show, although very orc friendly. I feel like Grom has learned enough about orc culture to not make a fool of himself in front of the orcs. So it would have been
I
very
certainly hope so.
conservative. Yeah, conservative, orc friendly, and to Bordak, Cub, and Tarnik, it would have very much seemed like, Grom is still kind of messed up, but he is putting on like a good show, and he's acting like fun bard, counting tales and such.
Right. It's all right. I'll keep an eye on him, on all y'all. And I'm guessing Cub will probably just want to put in a brief presence and then go back to his potion making.
Damn, you know me so well.
How many? Well, it's gonna be quite of a time jump. Let me see. Actually, let me see. I
That's
gotta
what
actually
leaders
see
do.
where y'all at, because I'm gonna see how many potions are you planning to make while everybody's in their downtime.
Well,
Oh, you'd
Tarnik
be
would
surprised.
be in the blacksmith shop trying to make something for Grom.
Oh, Tarnik, you would have noticed that Grom has been interested in like full plate. Grom took the heavy armored feat, just so you know.
Yeah, so Tarnik would work with Grom about making some armor for him.
I could use some armor. Something that'll bust up my AC a little bit more so I can take on the big baddies better. But I would talk to Grom after his grieving process. Do we still have a group money thing?
Yes. Right now, there's 376 gold pieces in the party fund.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But now we could add more if we got about 5,000 each.
Well, Grom
We
would
can all pitch in
actually,
a little more.
yeah, if you wanted to, or Grom was going to say he could pay it out to you. So if you want to spend like all your money, you could have that money too.
No, I don't
But
plan
yeah.
to spend a whole lot of money, if any at all. But I do need some armor. And if Tarnik's going to be making armor, and depending on if we got time.
Very good, very good.
But then
Yeah,
again,
that's
he-
anytime Tarnik gets downtime, he jumps into
Yeah.
the blacksmith and starts hammering things. So whatever you want to make.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the chest that we received and take a look and see what's inside besides the money, because we got 5,000 each. Yay.
Oh yeah, that was pretty much how they kind of separated. They just put sacks and separated the money for each one of y'all, which would have been
Okay, so
well, Cub got the staff, but
okay.
yeah, so that would have left. Well, technically, it would have left. They don't know about Grumthar at all, except I think he's the one that the king had sent over there. But let me see. I guess if it would have happened at the night, he would have seen Grumthar there. Then he would have also. I'm assuming Grumthar would have talked to the king anyway. So yeah, okay. So he would have. Yeah. So all four of y'all. So yeah, all four of y'all would
But
have.
Celine,
So that would be
7 was
5.
part of our group, and he knew about her.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't.
I didn't. He wouldn't.
Yeah, he
He
wouldn't.
didn't
No,
know.
because we had her
Right.
incognito.
Yeah. We did.
When,
It was
Yeah.
just a slave. slaves don't get rewards.
Yeah, he wouldn't have cared about that.
Okay.
I guess that would have been up to y'all, though. But yeah, he wouldn't have done that. They're trying to create stuff, but here in this land, still, elves are not the same elves as they are from Elandra or Leolandra.
Right.
Well,
It's okay.
Graham is gonna collect his gold, and then you guys would see him kind of look at it, and I feel like you guys might normally have expected Grom to just be obsessed with it and just like look at it with a look of just kind of like creepy glee, but he just like looks at it and he just like nods, and then he just like puts it in his bag of holding, and then he would say, "Very gracious of the king, I'll return," and then he would go walking out.
I'd put
Although-
my hand on his shoulder before he takes off.
Yes.
Give you a nod of understanding about, I understand what's going on with you.
He would grasp Ordok by the shoulder as well in a wordless embrace. And actually, he would drop by the kitchen and load up his bag with some spirits and tasty snacks. And I don't know if he finds any mind-altering substances in there, but if he does, he's going to swipe them too. And then he's bouncing.
Oh god.
We had some. Cub, what are you making?
I'm making potions. That's it.
And then Grum's going to the hills to finish the last 48 hours of his grieving.
Nice. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so and then so Tarnik is gonna pretty much just be with Mr. Jasgar.
Let's go.
Do what now?
He's blacksmith, I think.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. We lost...
Oh, yep. It's fine. It's definitely with the blacksmith, and I just didn't recognize the name.
So you'll be working with him, and you're trying to just create armor for, like, anything in particular.
Well, originally,
just Mr.
So-
Grom, or
originally just Mr. Grom,
Okay.
but he would also be working on barding for Shiv to increase his AC. Doing the numbers, he'd be looking at half plate. He can afford that with his 5k. And he would-
How much is
and
it
he
going
would,
to cost? Full plate.
Well, barding is 4 times as much.
Oh.
As-
Well, Grom would give you the
'cause-
gold for the full plate.
The full plate comes to 6k for barding, but 1500 for Grom.
In that case, Grom will give you... Have you spoken out loud about your intent to create the barding?
Probably not the barding, but definitely the armor for everyone else.
Oh, okay. Then he's going to give you the 1,500 gold pieces.
Yep.
And he's going to say, "I'll be back in 2 days. I will help you. Thank you, friend."
You're not my friend. You're my brother. Anything for my brother.
Grom's going to nod. And he's going to head out. So, Tarnik, you have 1,500 more gold.
Grumthar is going to do the same, and he's going to walk behind Grom and then head his own path to figure out what he wants to do next. Things that he needs to do. Maybe even talk to the king. Who knows? But he's going to go ahead and do that for the meantime, trying to figure out his next move. And leaving Tarnik and to the creation of armor, which just leaves Bordak and Cub doing his creation of potions. About how many potions do you wish to make? I forgot, sorry.
How much time do we have right now?
Well, it's going to be quite a big jump after, I'm just getting everything so people are doing their main thing, but eventually it is going to be 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
That's what I was... Guess it depends on how much money you have too.
Well, we all have 5,000, right?
Well, you don't because you have the staff. Everybody else has 5,000.
Oh, so I don't get the cash then?
Yeah, you got the staff.
Either one or the other.
Okay. Well then, with that being said, I guess I will go ahead and hold on. Oh. I will buy me as many of the what's in my bag of holding? Herbalism kits. I have 191 gold. And I'm going to use all that just to buy as much as the healing potions for that. So they're 30 gold.
How much is armor? Stronger armor.
Come back to me after that real quick. Let me see.
I'm only asking because I was going to give you some money to help you buy some stuff.
For me?
I'm just typing it up.
Yeah, I was going to give you some. So.
Oh, okay. So y'all
I need
actually
to know how much the armor is, and yeah.
Okay, so it won't be exactly the 3 months. You're actually not too far off from when the spell engine. Okay. So it might be actually just about a month for you guys.
Time jump, you mean?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it might not be that long. So everything would move pretty quickly for you guys if y'all want to, like I said, depending on what y'all going to do here, get y'all's equipment, and then, yeah, whatever y'all want to do, carousing or anything on downtime, you can be studying, yeah, to make sense for that heavy armor stuff and practicing with that.
Yeah.
Can I wear a full plate?
You're a warrior, right?
Or is that...
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wear.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's usually 15 strength for full plate.
Okay, so with
Yeah,
my
I think I
turn,
can handle that.
Do you need to have 15 strength to wear full plate?
Yeah.
Oh, then Grom can't wear full plate. Doesn't have 15 strength. I should change that order then. So I have... No, I do have 15 strength. Never mind.
Like, whoops.
You got 23. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give 1,500 to Tarnik to make me a full plate.
Yep.
And then I will give... Let me see. Where's my inventory? All right. So...
Okay, so
GM, did you
Please
read about
me.
Grom's schemes?
Yeah, I was reading all that.
Okay,
Quite a
so
lot
that's what he's gonna.
quite a lot
No,
to remember,
pretty-
but yeah.
Well, you don't. I mean, it's just it's just what he's gonna try to do. I don't know if he's successful at any of it, but basically,
I
he's
tell
gonna
you
try
what,
to stack
this
up-
is how we'll do it. If you want to try a particular, like, we'll take it in sections, like per week. So that'll be 4 rolls, and we can
Yeah,
tackle whichever one you want to tackle for that week.
Yeah, heck yeah, sounds great.
So if we go with a
I'm giving
month,
you
that means
1,000
that
gold.
this will put y'all in. Okay, you're in the month of Fina right now, which is month 4, and it will put you in Landra, which is month 5, on the 4th day of Finis Day. Okay, so, but right now we're not up ahead. We're not yet. We're still in the. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay,
Yeah, so
well,
it would be about a month. Okay, cool.
So with the remaining of my money that I have, I bought me 6 more herbalism kits,
Okay.
and then and I'm
Yeah,
using
but
all 6 of those to make 6 more potions itself. And I'm gonna try to, and I will, instead of doing just the normal, I'm gonna try to go for the medium tier.
Okay.
hey, Cub.
What?
Bordak is going to give you 1,000 gold to get more potion making stuff, or
Okay.
whatever you need for whatever you decide to do to help the group with potions or whatever. That he's going to give you 1,000 gold for it, helping out, so you can get more whatever it is you need.
So yeah, so I'm gonna go with the. I think it's like the potion of greater healing, right?
Okay. Do you still have the link to that Helena's PDF to see what the rolls were? Let me see.
I don't think so.
Let me open it up really
Your
quick.
favorites.
It's under
Just
crafting
saying.
and creating magical items, I think, on the main server, but I can open it here.
Okay, I don't need the 84. I need the other one.
Okay, so
Yeah, potion of healing greater. So that's gonna be the 44 one.
Okay, 44.
The 44 plus 4. Yeah.
Let me find it here really quick.
I went back to my old face.
Oh yeah, that's that then.
It's something about this. Something about where we're staying in these barracks. There's some magic on there, and it won't let you change. Tarnik would approach Cub during the evenings and suggest to him, how about some of these potions do something other than healing? Like, maybe you could make a potion so we could understand, and maybe a potion to make us bigger. Think outside the box a bit, Cub. Don't just think healing. Think about things that can make us not get hurt.
What the heck did that?
If we don't get hurt, we don't need healing. I think that's more important for us. If you can think of potions or things to help us stay up rather than falling down and then you come and help us, that would be much better.
Where is...
That's not too bad of an idea. What do you think, Up?
So I guess I look at that as I look, or as he says that, I was like, I don't know any other brewery. Everything was destroyed. This is all that remained.
Oh,
maybe we should go
maybe
and
getting
talk to
some
someone.
scrolls.
Mm.
Maybe get some scrolls or something instead. Go learn how to expand your book and learn how to make other potions too. I'm sure you can buy some scrolls and stuff or to add to your potion making. I mean, we can pitch in because it is for the group. Just saying. Because Tarnik just made off with 3,000 gold.
Well, I got to talk to William about that. How much of that goes to materials?
Right. I'm just saying. I mean, we're good. Bordak, on the other hand, will be spending his evenings working on trying to increase his strength. And then he would start reading scrolls and things to become a better leader. Or books or scrolls, whatever he can get his hands on to try to become a better leader.
Okay.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to work out and read.
All right.
Just saying.
As I'm trying to find the... That's interesting. I don't know what happened to the Book of Crafting.
A month of doing that. I don't know what you did with that.
Well, that's it right there.
Are we going to need pluses to that armor?
Well, that would require magic to increase into magical armor. That...
Yeah.
I forgot how much... I'll have to look up on the DMG is a certain amount of money per plus.
It's about 5,000 per plus. I'm kidding. I have no idea.
Might be.
I figure it's going to be up there. Or it might stair step 5,000 for 1 plus 1, 10,000 for plus 2, 20,000 for plus 3.
Well, I know they make them
That
pretty
would make
rare
sense to
for.
me.
Let me see. For what do you call it? Magical items. When they start getting up there, it goes by the rarity of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. Who knows? Maybe
Is
we'll
this-
find something
Is there some
worth it.
is there some way we can incorporate it into Tarnik's blacksmithing? So when he reaches certain levels, he can make +1 armor and then +2 armor.
If we had a wizard, it would help out.
Well, I've sort of figured +1, +2 is all about the quality of the armor, whereas resistances and things would be the magic.
In 3rd edition, it was masterwork that you get a +1 if it was masterwork, and then it was eligible
Yeah.
to be enchanted. But I don't know how William rules that.
No.
Yeah, I'll have to look
What
that
is the
one up. I
rules
think.
then?
Let me see. I wonder if it has it in here. Usually.
Well, if you do, Tarnik would be aiming for at least masterwork level for everyone's.
I don't know if it's masterwork.
But at least give a +1.
Right.
So if you want me to roll for that or throw in extra coin or...
Hold up 1 second. I'm trying to look up the potions and then and then I'll look y'all that one up really quick. I don't know what happened to the potions. It's usually pretty easy to find under the PDF, but they need to make a bookmark a little bit easier.
Right.
Let's see. Maybe I can search it out in Google really quick. Well, here's what we're gonna do. You're trying to give a +1 just by doing armory work. Let me see.
Yeah. But just making it really, really good quality.
Do you have to be an artificer to do that?
No. Artificers are... I would think artificers are just more specific to tinkering around and making... I think they also weave magic together.
Yeah. They would
That's what I
weave
was
in...
wondering.
Yeah, but they would weave in things more magical than quality.
Yeah.
To achieve the same result.
Right.
All right. I'm trying to remember. I think it was around, I would say, well, Cub, for however many potions you're going to make, let's make it at DC 15 using your either, I think it was either medicine or, trying to remember.
If I remember, it
Either
was
Arcana or medicine.
It would probably be medicine itself, wise.
Okay. So you can roll, you can do it on the D&D Beyond, and then it should probably pop in there, but however many you're going to make, each one just above a 15 and above, if you're going for the mid-grade one.
Yep. I'm also going to give myself enhanced ability, so I can...
Okay.
For my medicine, so that all the advantages.
Next time
I
I find it on the PDF, I'm gonna like cut out all that crafting stuff and put it in here. I don't know why it's hard to find it now. But as far as Master Armory, let me do something really quick.
So, first one's 24. Hold on. 1 second. I need to get the thing again.
And you have your smith tools too for Tarnic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say let's go with working with the forge. You already got the workshop. You got somebody helping you. Dang, you got everything. He could help you with the formula or blueprints in order to create this. Then you wanted to create that +1 for Tarnic? I mean Tarnic. Grom?
Yep.
Okay.
So with this, I have to do it 6 times since I'm using 6 herbalism kits.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and roll them. They'll pop up on there. Let me see. You can do a... Okay, so 8 hours per day. Let's say 20 days over the downtime. And for just the +1 is... let's see. Well, for sure the armor, 15, yeah. To get the 15 armor plus the 200, so that's... To get the +1, 15, 16, 19...
That's
so it'll be 2,000 altogether to get that. And if it's a failure, you waste 25% of the materials. And
Well, if
so,
it's 2,000, Grom would give him the other 500 too. So, if he would Grom have known that, like to give him that?
I mean, this one is gonna technically take him the 20 days. So in 20 days, I would suspect. I don't know if Tarnic would tell him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go ahead and transfer it to you now, Waz. So it's like, so I give you 2,000 of my gold pieces.
Wait. So he only has time to make one, right?
Grom has all faith in Tarnic's abilities. He has no doubt that he'll succeed.
Yeah.
those are all 6 rolls of the medicine checks for the potion of healing.
Oh wow, okay. So that would make it. So you would be about around the same time, maybe about 2 weeks or so of making this, maybe 2.5 weeks of creating potions, if I remember right. I'm trying to remember it. You know what?
Yeah.
Am I just gonna buy me the physical copy of Helena's? I know it's in D&D Beyond now, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so Smith's tools check. You're gonna either use strength for forging it or intelligence for the technique and precision. So, you're going to have a DC of 17 for the strength to forge it, and your intelligence is going to have to be a 19.
Wow. And he only has time to do one?
I mean, that's 20. I mean, y'all can stay longer if y'all wished, but yeah, I'm just time skipping the month ahead. So
when Tarnik needs to make these rolls, is there a possibility that there could be someone there to help him, or is this just?
Well, he's already going to get an advantage because he has the armor smith there.
Okay, gotcha.
Is this athletics or straight strength?
I would say athletics, yeah, because it's going to go with so intelligence. What would fall under intelligence? That's interesting. So you do have smith tools. If you have smith tools, you can actually whatever smith tools use. Let's see.
Nice.
Do not remember.
Arcana?
That's
Yeah,
interesting. It would be Arcana.
Yeah, that's
Oh wow! Well, you
Hey,
do make
boy,
the
look at
athletics, so you're able to. You have
Yeah.
the strength to do it.
Yep.
Let's go.
Can I use history?
Yeah, let's go. History would make the
As
best.
in, I've had lots of practice. I'm used to doing this. I know how to hit this thing properly.
Yeah.
all right.
I know where it's trying to go. It's trying to go to Arcana, and I'm like, no, it's not going to be magic though. It's just Mastersmith.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, let's go with history.
Go for it. You got this.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, but you get advantage, right?
That is advantage. I no longer have guidance because during the level up, Ganosh encouraged me to become an interceptor rather than a blessed warrior. So 16 on the intelligence. That's probably the best I can get. Can't see anything to boost
Okay,
that
so
at all.
unfortunately, it misses by
Pretty
1.
close.
So since you just got it, but you don't know what you're missing, you did master work, and your strength was good enough, but it just didn't quite hit where you wanted to. So it is unfortunately a failure. And so with that, it brings it. You can try again, but it is a waste of 25% of materials, which was of the 500. So 500 minus the 25% is, what is that?
So in other words, he would need another 500 gold to try it again, basically.
Well, just 25% of it. So 125 is what you waste of materials.
Dang. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
So he just needs another 125 gold. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grom will give it to him.
Oh, no, Tarnik will wear that one. That's his fault. Tarnik will wear it.
Well, if Grom hears about it, he'll insist that you take it. Hey. So he's
But
gonna.
for now,
he's gonna give-
Yeah. He'll use his own money for this
Okay.
reroll. Yeah.
All right.
And Come on, give me a good one. There we go.
All right.
There we go. Good job.
So there you go. I would say that takes it into the full 30 days because it would have taken more hours to try to fix again. So it takes the full month to finally create it. So it has a +1 to it.
And then I'll take off this 3K for the barding, but that's just working on. He's not going to level that one up. It's just the straight barding that he got the extra cash for. Oh, well, whoops, I've done that the wrong way, haven't I? Try that again.
Does Tarnik need more gold? Grom would totally get.
Oh no, I've stuffed up my intern. He's got more than enough gold. That's not a problem. So we'll start with his 5 minus 3 for the barding. Gives him 2k left. Take out the 125. So it leaves him with what's that? 1775, 1875. And then he could. I'm not sure if there's enough time, but he could do a basic set, a full plate for Bordak, without the additional. But that's entirely up to you in regards to timing. He'd probably focus more on the barding than on Bordak's armor at this stage. But he did want Grom's armor first. So
No, that's fine.
Well, for sure it would be another 15 gold pieces to create it. Actually, you have half of that, so that would be 750 gold pieces, since this is just going to be normal.
Yeah.
And
Was that all?
well, 750 compared to the master one.
yeah,
That's fine. Yeah,
take 750. Yeah, so take 750 back.
Let's see.
Because you already gave me 1500.
Because he's helping you, that's divided by 2. So that would still take. What plate armor did you create for Grom? Was that full plate or no?
Yes.
That was full plate? Okay.
Yep. So it's full plate +1.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, I get what it did. That's all right. I'll give it to you anyway. I see what it did. It didn't take into account. It was just taking into account the extra it was adding on top to create full plate.
Yeah.
Because the full plate, I guess it takes.
Yeah, normally it's 1500.
Yeah, it's normally 1500, but you the time required is actually supposed to be 5 gold piece worth of value per day. So it was 300 days to create full plate. Let me see. But the other one was just the quality that I was doing. Let me see where it's at. Let's see. What the heck? Where did my DM guide go?
Also, I
Doesn't
mean,
boost up my.
if
Go ahead.
time was a tricky thing, maybe we could have hired some blacksmiths to help or something.
If it doesn't raise my AC, then I don't want it.
Yeah, but we can come back and increase it.
Because it says for plate
Well, full
armor,
plate
it
gives you 20
says you get a
plus.
yeah. It says 18 and no pluses. Oh. Just the regular one.
Okay.
No, just test it out. Give yourself full plate and see if it does what it does to your AC.
Heck yeah. 19 armor class. Yeah, GM, did you rule that it got completed or not? Not really.
Okay, no, it was correct. Okay, yeah, so it would have taken you. So crafting plate armor takes 1 week for okay. So group that's plus the help that you're getting. So with that, we're gonna go with, let's see. Okay, and then divide that by. So 7. Is that right? I think that's right. Sorry, got lost in my math here. That's divided by 2.
It only goes up 2 points for regular plate armor.
Better than nothing.
That's true. If I have to just buy it straight up because you don't have time to make it, I'll do that.
Yeah, so according to the DM guide, it's still quite a bit of time. So if you wanted to create it, yeah, it's 750 gold pieces for the materials, but it still takes 150 days, and then divided that by 2, because you have that guy helping you. You could probably try to get more help to divide it even more, which I assume that's what probably happened with the magic, or not the magic, the masterwork. You had him help. He probably had some other help. That's where all the money went through. But
I mean, I don't mind helping if I need to.
there would have to be others that would know, like armor smith and all that, proficient with it.
I mean, I could
According to AI, one source mentioned munition grade full plate armor taking about 3 weeks. And that would be like basic level, like no customization, no fitting.
Right.
GM.
That's in the real world. Sorry, that was in the real world. Not D&D.
GM, if we need to cut the time down, what would it cost to hire enough hirelings to?
I would say
assist?
just another like maybe another 300 gold pieces to keep it still under keep it under the 15. Because really, the only reason they're doing that is to keep it under the 15.
Yeah, Grom will foot the bill. He will hire the underlings for 300 more gold, so that Tarnik has plenty help to get it done in time. Because Grom is very motivated to get some full plate.
Well,
He didn't take heavily
Grom's was done already. This I think is just a normal one for Bordak now.
Oh, well, Grom would contribute to that to help.
Okay.
He would
And that
contribute
one
to-
doesn't require as much. I mean, that one just requires the smithing tools when you already have the help, and you can do the strength DC 15.
Just to clarify, though, the Grom spending the extra 300 will help Bordak to get it in time, basically.
Well, that depends if y'all want to wait the extra 3 weeks or so. Because
Grom would opt.
Yeah, you already had
Grom
done the you already done with the month skip would have been the the first month to get your plate done, and now we're gonna do another extra 3 weeks to get Bordax.
So if we do basically if we do 3 more weeks, and I pay the 300 to help to pay hirelings, then we could basically have Bordex done in 3 weeks, basically.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, then Grom will go ahead and pay that 300 gold, and he'll just spend 3 more weeks on his projects too. He's running around doing stuff. So Grom basically he took basically a week to mourn. So what was that month time jump including the time?
Well, I'm doing it.
the party?
I would be doing it just to cover all the roles that we need.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I'll probably jump back and see what happened during that passing of time. But since Bordak and Tarnik are just working on this currently, unless Bordak is doing something particular, and then the 3 weeks that Cub was doing his things, just to finish up the materials.
I was working out.
So,
Unless he needs my help, I was gonna work out more to try to become stronger, and then I was gonna read any type of scrolls or books I can get my hands on to become a better leader.
Okay. The philosophies of leadership. Become charismatic. Have some charm as well sometimes.
Yeah. That'll work. I'll read that. I'll read.
And well, for
Anything I
Tarnik,
can
go
get my
ahead and
hands on
roll
while we're doing this.
the DC 15 strength save. Or not
Strength
save,
save?
not save, but
Athletics.
yes. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll say within that time frame, you were able to create those armors with help, of course.
Yeah.
And but we're gonna retro a little bit and jump back. So Bordak, during this time, yeah, I guess you're reading books, trying to become a better leader.
Yeah.
Trying to do all that.
Yeah.
We'll start with you first, then, while this time skip is happening.
Okay.
During that time, I guess the interesting library of the orcs that they have here, a lot of them, usually these books that are kept more within the wizards conclave of the orc union, have the better, how you would say, I guess, libraries. Most other orcs do read, the higher up orcs, but most of them don't really care much about keeping everything intact. Now that things are changing, though, with these orc wizards and such, that's where you would find them. And I guess aside from reading, anything else particular that you're trying to do? You said you were going to just do strength training and
Train.
okay.
Train to be a fighter and yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. We'll make a note of that. Jeez, you don't need strength
So,
training.
Yeah, training, reading. I know.
You crush
But
someone
still,
in there.
I'm gonna try
crush
anyway.
somebody in your grip when you can shake them. Jesus. Okay.
Not that strong.
And so okay, I'll note that. And Grom, I would say, within the 48 hours. He's just drinking and kind of
Drinking, crying, pacing, yelling, sleeping, snacking, like while he's grieving. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Just
Well,
being a
would he
complete
sleep in
mess.
the hill?
He would not just like try to sleep like a civilized creature. He would like drink himself into a sleep eventually.
Oh, okay. So he's okay. So that's interesting. So he's actually kind of okay. So with him doing that, then he's having some drunk stupors and going to sleep.
For sure. Although, to be noted, he is doing it out away from the city. He doesn't want to be around anyone.
Oh, he's doing it alone. I like it.
Yes. He's on the tallest hill, the closest to the city, so he could see the city because he wants to see the city.
Okay. That works. So we'll go with you next then. So let's go ahead and say that as he drinks himself of all the alcohol, the things that he's thinking about. What is he actually thinking about? What is just going through his mind as well?
What he's actually doing is, here, I wrote it down. This is Grom's mourning period for Silent and Crag. He would go through cycles day and night of talking to them, crying out loud, literally ugly crying, would fall onto his knees and bargain, begging, pleading with Arya to bring them back, praying. He would pace, he would apologize to them, he would chastise himself verbally for making horrible choices. He would gorge himself on wine and tasty snacks. And if he could get a hold of any mind-altering substances, he would absolutely do them. And then when all of these things finally maxed out, he would probably pass out. And then he would kind of wake up, climb back onto, like he would sit down on a rock for periods of time, just like sitting in silence and thinking. And then he would start the cycle all over again. And he would do that for like 2 days, probably, basically.
On the second
and then
day...
after... Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Passing out
stages of grief.
on the second day, you would just drink yourself maybe some of these mind-altering foods that you were taking, and fall into a deep sleep. And we'll say that you can dream, if it can even be called a dream. And but in it, you're not asleep, but you feel trapped within this idea of a dream. The sky above is a hemorrhage of fire, let's say, and the clouds seem to actually be bleeding flame in long, slow veins across a charred horizon. And as you breathe and take this waft of air, the air stinks of boiling metal and burnt bone, thick with the stench of screaming souls. And let's say the very ground wreathes with pulsing and with veins of molten hate that you can sense just pretty much pouring into your body. Everything breathes, but it's not life. It's more agony, hunger, endless devouring punishment. And then as you linger here watching, amid the howling furnace of the 9 hells, you see Silen. She's no longer the quiet, frightened girl, no longer anyone mortal in a sense, maybe not in her form that you recognize, but she is bound in chains of obsidian thorns, and she is pulled taut between jagged spires made from the spines of the damned. And her once blonde hair is scorched black, hanging in burning clumps. Her skin is cracked, flaking ash, as she trembles, each shiver causing these hooks in her flesh to dig deeper. And what you can see is that she tries to open her mouth to scream, but strangely, there's no sound that comes. Her lips move, calling your name, but the voice seems to be stolen by the roaring furnaces below. Let's say that you step a little bit forward, but your limbs do not move. You're kind of forced to watch, like an audience. And you think about, maybe was this cowardice that was from you, or maybe just because of your own salvation that what happened when she died, because she did buy your freedom with her own soul. The fire begins suddenly, roaring like a torch, and it just erupts, and it erupts from within her, and you can see her ribs glow first, each one illuminating with a red heat beneath her skin, like lanterns, and her eyes roll back, and then blood sizzles out from their corners, and her screams finally rip through, high and sharp, and it's, to you, sounds like no sound that any living being should ever make. And then finally they turn back as if she's looking at you. There's some sort of lingering hope as her eyes lock in with you in this dream, as if you're going to stop it, like she still believes in you. And then the flesh gives way, her skin splits, curling back like paper set aflame, and it reveals the muscles, then charred bone, and then something beyond that. It's not even a shape anymore, it's just something screaming forever. And then you wake with this sweat-soaked breathlessness and your teeth clenched hard, and you can swear that the scent still lingers. The burnt hair, the boiled blood, the eyes from silence that you can't shake it, and you're not even sure if you deserve to or what you deserve, as you wake up and the night is gone and the fresh air of the morning hits you, and the warmth is already rising as the sun itself claws up the sky.
Oh, God. Is that day 2? Is that like at
Yeah.
the end of his... Okay.
That would be day
Well, when
2.
when he wakes up, he's going to be like, oh my God. And then he's going to just kind of pick himself up off the ground, gather his stuff, stagger back into town, go to his room, fall into his bed, and sleep for the whole day and night. And then the next morning, he would wake up with a newfound, as I describe it here, he'd stagger back into the city, get a good night's sleep, and then get to work. At this point, it would appear to those around him that he is mostly fine. It would seem that he had gotten the grieving out of his system, and it was 95% back to quote-unquote normal, though many would say maybe better than ever. And then he would begin his... He would begin by day his training and schemes, and by night his partying and living that, like, at the tavern lifestyle.
Okay. And then we'll say that as you are traveling back, also, and this is going to happen, you would hear a voice, and it sounds like it's off. You're not even sure if they're even talking to you. And then you hear laughter, and somehow it's like a mocking that's happening, and you're not quite sure at first, but then it does. You hear the words of he, and then you let his friends get beheaded. And those are the words that you hear from somewhere off in the distance.
Well, I feel like Grom is at like a level 7 hungover. So he's probably like squinting with one eye open, and he kind of turns his sore neck to see. I might be saying that. He's not feeling very good.
Okay, and then as you turn, kind of bleary-eyed, you would see a figure. At first you sort of recognize, and yet not. Confused, not really sure what's going on there. And you see this figure that's walking around, but he's walking around with two large, like, bugbears.
Oh.
And there's like a goblin who's also staring, laughing with a wicked smile. And then behind them, there is some sort of it seems to be more of a rogue, possibly. Not sure. But somewhere in your mind, for some reason,
They seem to be.
They seem familiar.
Are they like looking at him, or are they talking about someone else?
Yeah, they're looking at him and laughing at him.
So here's an interesting thing. I think that Grom, this would have, like, 2 months ago, this would have really gotten Grom's goat. But I think Grom has grown a bit, and while there is a sting of spite when these individuals laugh at him. He finds them a little familiar, but you say not familiar enough that he like immediately recognizes them.
Yeah, he's not sure if it's just because he's bleary-eyed and waking up from a hangover or not, but there's just something that he knows about them.
He might try to rub his eyes and see a little closer, just like he might actually like literally rub his eyes and like look at them like really like, you know, trying to hold his eyes open really wide, like look.
And you see that this large orc, and there's something interesting about his jaw as well. And then it starts hitting you when you look at the jaw. This orc that stands, he's towering, he's broad-shouldered, he has heavy battered worn muscle. His hair is black with dreadlocks bound in copper rings. His eyes are deep red and seem to be narrowed even though he's laughing. But his jaw, it's finally starts bringing a recognition. Something familiar, and then it hits you like wet, cold water in your face. It's a prosthetic lower jaw made of iron, cracked and jagged. And it finally hits a memory. And you remember this group, especially one of the bugbears, or not bugbears, but yeah, I think it was the bugbear. But you remember one of the bugbears, and it all comes to you. These were the ones that you had met that one fateful night when you were with your friend.
Ah.
And you remember one of the bugbears, the one who did the killing blow, the one who beheaded and took the head of your friend.
Ah. Oh, that is a surprise. That would really surprise him. He'd be very caught off guard by that.
And they just look over. The bugbears are just kind of staring at you. Don't do nothing, but pretty much just laugh. And then they turn to start walking away, and you see this large orc just stare at you and smiles wickedly, and he would turn and start walking away with the group.
Is the makeup of this group like unique enough that it would probably like are bugbears that common here, like in the
They're not
city?
as common, but there are bugbears here.
Okay. Are they heading like into the city or out of the city? Does it look like?
They seem to be heading out of the city.
Okay. What direction?
They're heading to the west gate.
Okay, the west gate. How far is Grom from the headquarters at this point?
He would be about a good, let's say 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Grom's gonna quickly take a look around. He really wants to keep an eye on them and find out where they're going. He's gonna take a look around to see if there's maybe any little kids or people he might be able to give a little money to just kind of keep an eye and follow this group a little bit.
Yeah, there would be, lots of people around, probably young orcs and stuff. So let's say we'll put you.
Maybe he could make like a check. Maybe I'm thinking like an insight check to try to identify someone who might be interested in this, and just like
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a charisma persuasion check. Yeah. So if you see this map, you would be about right here, and then we'll pretend that Bordak is going to be the big orc guy. Would be here, heading to the western.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely find a little orcish girl who's like right there and playing with, just playing with a doll. She's not really young. She's more around like maybe 11 or so. Maybe playing around with some brothers. And
he's gonna walk up to her and kneel down, and he's gonna say, "Hey, you look like a smart girl." He's gonna pull 3 gold pieces out of his pocket. He's gonna kind of flash them at her.
She looks at him.
And then he's gonna say, "You see those people over there?"
She nods.
He's gonna say, "Do you know who I am?"
And she says, "I've heard of you. You're the chosen one."
"Yes, child. I'm Grom of the Crimson Blade. I need you to do something for me."
You see her brothers just kind of linger in, and she's like, "Okay."
"Those people are bad people. I need you to keep an eye on them. Find out where they go."
She says, "Oh, like for you and great god Gonash."
He's gonna nod.
"Yes, for justice. For very important reasons."
And he's gonna slip her the coins, and then he's gonna say,
"Do not let them see you. They're dangerous. Follow them.
And she
Follow them for several hours. Find out where they go. Then, at nightfall, report back to me."
and he's gonna point and tell her where to go.
"And I will give you 3 more gold."
She's like, "Okay, I can do that. And me and my brothers, we know where to go. They'll never see us." And she like slips some into her pockets really quickly, looks at you, nods, and then looks at her brothers.
Do the brothers look like they're interested in this? Like, are they getting involved?
Yeah, they look like they're pretty involved. They were like listening in.
He's gonna look at all of them, and he's gonna say,
"If you all return with good information, an extra gold for all of you."
and he's gonna kind of tap on his gold purse and give him a slightly creepy smile.
And they'll all like nod, and then she'll like wave them over. It's like, okay, you go this way, and then go there, and remember, we'll meet at the old spot, okay? And then she like runs off, and she kind of goes around a corner, and you see them kind of take separate directions and disappear into the crowds and behind buildings.
Grom is gonna stand up and nod with satisfaction. Take one more look at those people like traveling away, and he's gonna turn around and head back to the headquarters.
Okay.
And when he gets there, is any of the team there?
I would assume Cub for sure. By this time, maybe Tarnik is working at the Smiths. I don't know. Maybe he's waking up. Tarnik, I guess that's up to you if you were there.
This would be probably just after daylight, because Grom probably would have woken.
Just after daylight, Tarnik would be up and getting ready to go to work.
When Grom walks in, he's going to look like hell, probably, like twigs in his fur and just like looking hungover. And he's going to say,
Tarnik, Cub, keep your night free. We have some murderers to kill. I'll give you details later.
Is Bordak there too?
That he's just going to fall into
just go. Tarnik, Justice!
You're going to have to explain more than that.
Ram is going to say,
Tarnik just said it.
Justice.
Justice.
Let's go. Come on.
We can't
grab
go
Grom
around
and
killing people in this town.
Grom's like,
You want to go now?
now. Justice doesn't wait.
Even better.
Ram would dust himself off. He's hungover as just all. Just hungover.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's been like months since we've had any action. Tarnik is dying.
Well, it's for sure been like well, we kind of retroed back, so yeah, it'd be about maybe 3 weeks right now, because I just retroed back. I just needed to do the rolls for you, so you're kind of in the middle of making Grom's first armor right now.
So Grom will say,
Back when I was a gypsy, my best friend was murdered by a band of raiders. I didn't know who they were, but they're in town. They identified me. And I'm going to end them. My friend was half-orc. In case that matters.
Justice is justice, regardless of the race of the victim.
Grom is going to turn to Bordak and say,
Is that enough for you?
When do you want to leave?
Grom's going to look at Tarnik getting ready and be like,
I guess right now.
Bordak grabs his axes. Lead the way.
What's Cub doing? Because he's in his room.
Grom's going to be like, Cub.
You want in on this?
Knock.
Knock, knock.
It's like, what's going on?
Come on, we have some murderers to kill. It's important business.
Why?
Because they're murderers.
Friend.
And they've threatened Grom.
Who hasn't threatened Grom?
I have not. Oh, wait, I take that back. I did, didn't I? After he tried to take on the goddess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've all threatened him at least once.
Grom
Yes.
will reiterate his story to a cub.
I'm like, oh, fine. Alright. Let's go kill. Well,
Let's
you guys
bring
go
justice.
kill people.
We're bringing justice. We're not killing. We're not murdering. We are bringing justice. If someone dies, I die.
Grom gives a creepy grin.
I don't think these people, these raiders, know what's coming.
And you'll hear a knock on the door. Clunk, 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 clunk.
I'll open it.
Okay. As you open the door.
Garnet's right there.
You're getting ready. I just had to grab my
Yeah.
answers. I'm good.
As you
You got to get on your.
As you
Your
open the door,
armor.
whoever opens the door, you see the Goblin King there. And he's like,
Hello, my friend.
he looks up at Vortex. He's like, hey, what the fuck you doing, huh? Been a while since we fucking talked and shit. Everybody disappeared after the freaking celebration a few weeks ago. Well, anyway, I figured I'd come over here and tell you good news. So, hey, wait, where's that other fellow that you were with, that new one? And, we never got to conversate and stuff, but, I've been looking around, and in the celebration, I didn't see, Cyrix. Where, I haven't had a chance because we got all kinds of shit, obviously, with world shit happening and stuff, and, the queen of the human unions, and, well, anyway, where's Cyrix?
Silent. You mean silent?
No.
Oh no.
No,
Cyrix.
Oh.
Cyrix.
Cyrix.
Our rogue.
Our,
I
our
remember who it
goblin.
is.
Our goblin rogue. She disappeared in the mists.
Cyrix.
She
We
disappeared
couldn't
in
bring
the
her back.
mist.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
The mists were the Shadow Veil, I believe it's called.
The fuck?
But yeah, I was lost in there. Many of us were lost in there. We couldn't find Cyrix. We couldn't bring her out of there in the time we had.
Well, fuck. She was a good fucking fighter. I'm gonna have to send some people over there and try to
don't know.
figure out what the hell's going on then. So what happened? You destroyed the whatever thing it was over there, huh? And then you just never returned? Is that what you're saying?
Look, we were fighting a Hydra. We turned around. The mist came up. She disappeared. That's all I remember. And that's probably not even the right order. But
Shit.
we were fighting. We were engaging with powers beyond us. And we overcame them. Unfortunately, Cyrix stepped into the mist and didn't come out.
And I didn't see her while I was in there.
Well, that's very fucking disappointing.
I was able to make it out.
Such
Yes.
great potential she had. Oh, that fucking sucks. I mean, what's your other friend, that one that's always hiding her face and shit?
She died. Codex attempting to keep his face neutral.
And Bazgoth underwent a trial. We failed slightly. We lost 3 valuable members of our group in the one area. This is a very sad, solemn occasion.
Well. Sorry, I haven't been having the time in order to fucking catch up and everything with everyone. Grandma boy. How about you? How you doing, huh? You seem a little
Grom's gonna know.
different. What's going on? Talk to me.
Do you want honesty?
I certainly don't want you to fucking lie to me. What the fuck? I can take it.
I might seem different because I'm very hungover.
No, well, I done that shit before when I was younger. In fact, a couple of times, you know, there was when I'm fucking older too, you know. But
You still do it now.
yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. There you are. And how you doing over there, eh? Still creating your own potions and shit, I see. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I like that. I like that. Somebody's always working. Well, it looks like the group, at least the core group, is all together and shit. But anyway, I came here. It wasn't. It's more of a formal visitation, not a friend visitation and shit, you know. I guess we're ready. The king said that you were ready to get sent off and shit. You know. So another couple weeks, we're getting everything ready, and then you can start heading to the wonderful lands of the elves. And, well, not really elves, I guess. It's supposed to go through the Askira Empire, I think.
The what?
The Askira Empire. You know, the fucking empire of the humans over there. I don't know what the fuck they have over there. I've never been over there. But, yes. So, I can't really destroy the spell engine anymore because the fucking spell engine was already fucking destroyed. They got it before us, but there's some other strange shit happening in the mountains. Visions. I don't know what the fuck visions people are talking about. Or Gomorrah and shamans coming to me, even in my goblin shit city. I've just been having a large headache, you know. You ever get fucking headaches?
Yes. Then I
Grom's
pound
just gonna
some more
nod.
metal.
Them or two.
Wow. One at a time. One at a time, people.
Tonic says,
Grom?
headaches. I just pound them with my hammer.
Well, you're a fucking orc and shit. I'm a goblin and stuff, and I'm like over fucking 300 years old. Not really. Maybe 80, but... Alright, Grom. So, you're gonna take your team to the continent, Northern Goya, and we're gonna look for some fucking clues, and I need you to use that silver tongue of yours in order to make friends with Princestria. You think you can do that?
Grom is gonna take a knee and bow and say,
Yes, King. It will be my pleasure, and I look forward to the mission.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck is this shit? Whoa, well, you never done that before. Well, I love it, though. Keep doing it. You know, I like when people actually give me some fucking honor around here, but shit. Yeah, I can tell you fucking changed a lot there. Alright, so.
and Grom will add,
I will represent Kad'Vrbuz with pride and honor.
Well, that's fucking wonderful. Don't forget about the Goblin Kingdom as well.
Of course. Cyrix was a good friend.
Actually,
Good
you should probably represent the southern Kad'Vrbuz, not northern. Northern's a little they're a little crazy. They're more about, you know, war, destruction, dominance, and yeah.
In the corner you see Tonic swinging his polearm with a smile on his face at the mention of the North.
And he's like, all right, so gather your shit, whatever you need to do. If you need more time, just let me know. I'll get things handled. I already talked to my connections. You're gonna be traveling, and I think we got a port. I think it's Silver Deep. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. I'm trying to think. Anyway, and that's what you're gonna be traveling for, okay? But you got about 3 weeks to get ready. It's gonna take some time to get everything going. We're trying to work on the fucking damn teleportation shit. Anyway, we're gonna throw you into a teleportation shit. You're gonna jump over into the Olgog's Union and shit over there, the main capital. Imagine that, right? And then from there, you're gonna take a boat or a ship or whatever the fuck they call it, and then you're gonna fucking swim. Well, not swim, but you're gonna sail. That's what they call that shit. All the way to the Human Union, which we already sent an envoy, so that way y'all don't get killed as soon as you set foot on land, and tell them you're not part of the Askira Empire, but you are gonna eventually sneak into the Askira Empire. We need you to go in there. I'm going to write out all the details. Because I think the Emperor is willing to work with us. We haven't really made an alliance. But we're going to try to at least see what the Queen can offer. And then we're going to see what the Emperor can offer. And then we're going to make up our minds on which side we're going to help. In order to gain the upper foot. And then we're going to go after Anam. This fucking necromancer and fucking murder him. Murder him, you know what I mean? So that way all of the world would know who saved Sole. And it's going to be the orcs. We're already one down.
It's going to be Tonic and Clan Bazgoth!
The goblin looks over.
Grom's gonna slam his fist on his chest.
All right. You're getting a little excited there. All right. Yes, Tonic. It's Tonic for all of the Orc Union. Southern Orc Union. That's who we're putting in the page. But yes, your name will be legendary. Let's keep it down a little bit, though. All right. So, is everybody on good with this? This plan good? Sound good, everybody?
It'll be my
good.
honor.
We have work to do now, though. We have murderers to chase down.
The fuck murderers? The fuck?
Yeah.
So you got more important shit than murderers to see. We got murderers all over the day.
What's more important than justice?
Grom is gonna say,
With all due respect, King,
Relax.
at our
Tornak.
level of skill, it will take but a mere half an hour. It'll be but a brief respite, a refreshing break, and then back to work.
Wait, don't get yourselves in fucking trouble anyway around in the city. The last thing I need is like freaking murderers killing murderers and turning into murderers, and then murderers becoming the freaking chosen and shit. And he's like just keeps walking. And then
Why don't you make us constables? Give us the power to bring in these murderers.
Yes.
You're a king? You can do that?
Grom's eyes glaze over.
All right, fine. Let me. Okay, who are these murderers? Why are you taking an interest to these murderers?
Grom is gonna say,
There are eyewitnesses. They beheaded a half-orc woman
Interesting.
in cold blood.
Sounds like something that would happen in the wildlands. Okay. No, we're trying to change shit. Okay, well, let me bring it up with the king. Okay, I have authority in my world. Look, if you were in my fucking domain, done. You know, your family. But I'm not in my domain here. So what I can go do, let's go talk to the king, and I'll tell him maybe he can make you a, a little bit higher and above. You are the chosen Agonash anyway, right? And we can do this properly. Why am I?
Grom likes the sound of this actually.
Sorry, trying to get my thing away from Burdock.
What?
It says, "All right, give me a little bit to talk to the king, and I'll come back, and we can get this shit settled, okay?" Who was this? Who was this person that got beheaded?
Her name was Bicorda.
Bicorda. Huh. Okay. Bicorda. Well, was she a friend of yours or something?
Grom's gonna nod.
Yes, we knew each other.
Oh, I see. A little bit of justice mixed with some vengeance, I see. Okay. All right. I guess we can get something arranged. I'll get this done. Let me go talk to the king, all right? Don't go be doing nothing crazy right now yet. No, that's the last thing I need. Is fucking everything going to shit right now for some crazy stuff. Anyway,
Of course.
I'll be right back. Anything else you need?
Grom is gonna just give him one more bow and say,
No, you honor us, thank you.
And he just like nods. Okay. Always stuff, man. I swear. One of these days I'm gonna have a heart attack. That's what's gonna happen around here. Fucking heart attack. People trying to keep him in line all the time. He walks out, disappears.
Grom is gonna tell them about the kids he has following the raiders, and he's gonna propose that maybe they wait for him and wait for dark, surprise the scoundrels in the night, especially if they can be made constables, because that would be very cool.
That would be cool.
Or constables.
I'll go back to work and we'll go hunt these murderers down tonight.
All right.
Grom's gonna nod his approval and then fall into his bed and pass out.
Okay. Tarnik is going to go to work, I guess. What's Bordak going to do?
Yep.
I was going to talk to Grom, but he passed out.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
You could probably shake him back awake for a minute.
Yeah. I
But he's
figure
snoring.
he probably needs his rest. I'll probably wait until he's, clear-headed. And so I'm going to go do my training and wait for word about being a constable. My physical training is going to be outside.
Okay.
In the training grounds, close to the barracks.
As you are going to the training grounds close to the barracks, you hear a whisper, and she says, a female voice says, Bordak, let us speak.
He's going to turn and look, see where he can find that voice, where the voice is coming from.
You feel it like if it's coming from somewhere in the western direction. She says, follow my voice.
Okay, he's going to try to follow the voice.
Eventually, following the voice, you get into the area that's right here. I'll put you there so you know where you're at.
Sweet. That works.
Basically, it's a grove of sorts. These trees surrounding you becomes very private as you are walking. And eventually, you find yourself pretty much alone with the wind. There's a little bit of a breeze here, but then it suddenly dies down. And you hear the voice say, you are quite honorable. You are different than most orcs, but in a way that's more aligned with the open world.
They had a good teacher.
And you see this female walk out. You've seen her before. Her name is Zotia.
Okay.
And she walks to you and just says, you are so far a glue that keeps your group together.
I do try.
I have a follower in your group. Cub. He has a history, though he does not know. Let's just say it might be some history that's similar to yours, but not quite.
Okay.
There are forces that work and maybe defile the ideas of what his true path may be. There are memories that he does not have anymore, though they are caged deep inside of him. He will have trouble with this. She says, you will not need to release them. Not yet. not until he has the fortitude in order to be able to face them. Says, I think my other kin have worked with another of your group. His name is Grom, but that soul is not in my domain anymore. He is in the domain of the Death Goddess. Whatever shall happen to him will be up to the fates that Arya wishes for him, tests him.
Yes.
Gonash certainly shows in his vision of what he sees in this group with your friend Tarnik. However, Cub, he calls to me, but there are certain things I cannot answer just yet. And his memory should ever be unlocked too quickly, he may revert, maybe break down, shattered. For you see that we used to have a druid, a circle of druids that were destroyed by his power.
I understand.
There's power, great power in dreams. But it was some power that was too chaotic in a sense. It was beyond control. And when let loose, it spread like a disease. A sort of dream disease. But I do see good, in a sense, from him. He is different from his race, the ones who lurk in the darkness, such as Drow, the Dragar, usually are mentally disabled in the sense of being worked on, being tortured, experimented. Their minds were disabled in this sense. And Cub, however, did not become such a chaotic soul. He's very unique that he actually seeks to heal. But in that perfection lies some problems. Perhaps he thinks himself a failure, and then the darkness may call to him. Tarnik will be a large influence on that, but you must be the other. You must be the second voice to assure him and bring him back into the proper path away from chaos. So, if she should not, that dream may spread. I do believe that your friend Grom might have felt it in the catacombs. I hate to lay this burden upon you, but you seem the most adequate out of the group. I would have gone to Grom, but he is dealing with his own path that Arya has set before him.
And noticed that I will do what I can for Cub. He is a brother.
And she walks up to you and says, that is what he needs. Family. But he needs to feel that, to understand that, to be appreciated. He searches for his memories, but he cannot just face them. Not until he understands that there is good. I cannot bring that upon him myself. I know the truth, but the truth must be kept until he is strong enough to face it.
He will not hear it from me.
I tell you the truth because I know you can handle it. I know your past. I was there, for I am all of nature. I am known by Zotia here, but I am Ishwal in the last and rest of the world. Nature is my domain. I understand, and I know, and I drink of all the blood that was spilt that day. But I do not blame you. You lost your family.
We killed them.
Says,
For no reason.
then you sought justice. I would not have done it the same way, but I do not judge you on that. But thank you for keeping an eye on Cub, Bordak.
I'd be honored to help guide him on the true path.
And then she will look behind her. Sometimes beasts are chaotic, hard to control. But I assume that you are able to handle it. And then from the shadows of the trees, you see this large creature step out. You see these wavering tentacles above him. It looks like a panther at first, but then you realize that it's a different beast that comes and eventually slowly sits next to you. And she says, you may name him whatever. It'll be a companion. And then she wisps away. And now you have a displacer beast sitting next to you.
4. All right. Thank you.
So you can you use, I think it's under notes, or I forget wherever it is, you can search for displacer beast and put him there. And then
I think it's under extras. I think.
Yeah, extras, I think.
I know the perfect name. I just gotta find it.
All right. And then Cub, while you were working on potions, and so you would hear a voice of Sotia says, excellent work, Cub. He says, you have come a long way. I understand that you get angry with some of your group, but learn to become more accepting of differences. But you have come a long way. You are a great help. And then...
Okay. I appreciate that, my goddess.
And then you feel the presence just vanish, leaving you to your work. And then we'll finish off with Mr. Grom here. Grom, as you are sleeping in your bed here, after seeing the people you saw, you have a few visions of memory from your friend's head being chopped. But weirdly enough, you are standing. You're almost back, sitting in that area where her body is, and you're taking a swig. And then it suddenly changes, and you are standing, or actually you're still sitting, but this time you're sitting next to a lake in a grove, birds singing, and what looks to be like maybe fairies fluttering about. The breeze brushes past you, and then you're sitting on a stone, large rock basically, as this scene changes. Takes you off guard, but now you feel a presence that sits next to you. And she says, Grum, so, tell me, what is your plan for the future?
Does he recognize who this is?
Yeah, sitting next to you, you see the adult version of Arya.
Oh. He's going to kind of look down. He's going to say,
Amass wealth and power. And get Silent back.
The wind blows. You see the hair just swirl around her. She smells it. She looks up at you and she says, do you smell that? That wind? Do you smell the grove?
yes. Well, does he smell the grove?
He can, if he takes a nice waft of it.
Yeah.
It's
For
beautiful.
sure, yeah.
Lilac-style breeze. Very comforting.
Yeah, he would say,
Yes, it smells very good.
It says, well then, your focus is on Silent. That is good. And she looks and says, I do believe that you are changing. Following some of the old ways. You are starting to see a different perspective in the world. That is good. Why are you going after those from the past? You are seeking justice? You are seeking to spill blood for blood?
he's going to say,
I want revenge. I want to do what I couldn't do then, when I didn't have the power.
Well, you may have the power now. When you are entering into the hells, there will be very many temptations thrown at you. Temptations that will pull at your heart, that will pull at your hate, the need for vengeance even. Will that be tempered and calm, or will you allow emotions to rule you and your decisions?
I have learned from the orcs not to get so emotionally involved. This is a new concept for me. But I strive to make it so, even in this case.
She says, strive. That's all one mortals can do. That is good. Tell me, Grum.
kind of looks up at her and he says,
Is it good? Is that what you want?
he's not asking her like in a sarcastic way. He's like legitimately asking her.
She looks down and she's like, no. I wish for free will for everyone, but I wish them to want to do good. But I would never ask them for myself to do good. I wouldn't want to force that.
I believe killing these murderers is good. They will murder others. By killing them, we will prevent murder.
She nods. I do believe that my counterpart, the dark side of death, shall be waiting for them, should you send them into the afterlife. Says Grum, which god do you follow?
I think he's gonna say he knows the answer. He's going to say,
I follow you, goddess of death.
And rebirth.
And rebirth.
And then she'll put a hand to your chest, right where your heart is thrumming. She looks at you. She says, well then, may you have my blessing. And then she disappears. And that's where we'll stop. All right. Thank you, anyone who was watching, and future watchers. Still working on things, but I think we should be back next Sunday. And Gromthar, I believe, said he would be back. So we'll have Mr. Gromthar back, and we will finish our final descent of the time skip and move on with the present time, as we see where our group will be heading toward. Maybe one stop before then, for Grom's past. But thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye all. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks for watching.